It is TV powered by World Sports Betting. It is times.co.za. It's crunch time. It's a big weekend for two teams in South Africa. They're playing CAF football. For Mamelodi Sundowns, the mission is clear. Win or you out. For Kaizer Chiefs, there's a little bit more leeway. They can afford to draw, they can afford to even win. But if they lose, it gets complicated. Tso Vilakazi next to me. My name is Nkululeko Kungeo. Thank you very much for joining us on iDiskiTV. Mr. So-and-so, how are you feeling, sir?
Mr. Keo kunjani mfethu?
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise wena ngibulise Stizi.
Just.
Ngibulise chairman my chairman. Ngibulise namakhaya ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Ngizobe njobe njalo ngijike futhi. Yeah, Mr. Keo
Weekend enkulu, Mr. So.
yeah,
Weekend yabo time.
I don't
Weekend
like to
yothando.
be in this situation ekanje Mr. Keo. It's you cannot separate the blood and bones. These things they need to work together. And now as a nation we've been called to separate ourselves now. Why ngihamba nami Mr. Keo uzongizwa sengifike ekugcineni ukuthi ngiyakuphi Mr. Keo. We've got our kids. We've got our son who went in the wild to go and find the living, find a way of how can I survive in this world, and now our son needs to come and face us here at home to say, as one of the family members, I've went out to go and see how life is outside there. And now I'm coming here at home to show you guys that this is the reason why I'm out there. But now as a country, now we are in between now. We don't know where to go.
There's no in between, Mr. So. Maskabel is banning. It's MC Alger, coached by Coach Rulani Mukwena. We'll welcome him back. Sundowns fans, of course, won't care about him per se. They want their team to go forward because they love Sundowns primarily. Sundowns have had multiple different coaches over generations upon generations. Primarily, you love your football club before you love an individual. And then, of course, there's the rest of South Africa, which may or may not want Sundowns to go through. Some of them will hide behind the fact that they want Rulani to do well. And then there's the history, of course, of Cardoso knocking out Rulani in the Champions League and Rulani losing his job as well. Now, let's look at the reality and the fact. The fact is that Sundowns has to beat MC Alger. There's no two ways about it. MC Alger only needs a draw, avoid a loss, or maybe if they want to win, they can win as well. What kind of game do you expect tomorrow?
Mr. Keo, that's going to be a very, 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 very tough game. In all the games that I can talk about. It's a game where we just, elaborate now. You said Rulani lost his job because he lost a game against Cardoso. Cardoso got the job because he beat Rulani. And for that, Mr. Keo, it makes things worse.
Dramatic.
It makes things worse. And again, when you look at how again Rulani left Mamelodi Sundowns, it's also something. Because remember that Rulani has his own issues with the team. And he had again issues again how he lost his job when he was beaten by Cardoso. So it's really gonna be a very tough one.
Let's look at so let's focus, zoom in on MC Alger needs to draw. As long as they avoid the loss, they're fine. Sundowns needs to win. What's the approach then? Because we're thinking, because the conventional wisdom of football is that, okay, Sundowns is going to go all out, MC Alger will defend, and then it will be that. What do you think? Like, how difficult is it going to be in terms of tactics?
It's going to be a very frustrating game for Sundowns. I'm not going to lie to you. One is Rulani knows the players, and he knows that Sundowns will come like gun blazing because of they need a win. And he's going to frustrate them. And he knows how to play sometimes this sort of called dirty games because now he's got experience. You can see when he plays there in Algeria how he plays. And he's going to frustrate Sundowns. it's going to be very difficult for Sundowns. It's a tough one, Mr. Kyo. I don't think that, especially how Sundowns they've been playing, they're really gonna crack a low block team. That's my.
Do you think it's obvious? Because Ubaba was talking about this as well on Monday when we were speaking, and he was saying that because Urulane Simazi is an attacking coach, he's not going to come with a low block. Do you think how much it does was like a game here in North Africans? Because I think the players, even if Urulane told them to go out there and attack, North Africans are very good. They know what they need in every game.
Yes.
I don't think that they would just go all out, even though they need a draw.
Mr. Keo, I've watched some of his games. Awakila Panago MC Alger, Adala Kwilikiak. He's got experience now. He knows when to attack. He knows when to sit. And of which is something that when he was at Sundowns, he didn't have that.
It was always attack.
He was always going forward. But now he knows how to grind those points. He knows how to get a goal and frustrate you. You think that he wants to attack, but he's not attacking. He's just frustrating you by keeping the ball. He knows how to do that low block and play a transition. Now, that's why I'm saying Sundowns, they are in trouble, in serious trouble, because of the experience now that Rolanda has gained there. It's going to be very, very difficult.
And it's a must-win for Sundowns. What do? Do they start with 2 strikers up front? Do they go all out in terms of their attacking formation?
Mr. Kewa, I can go with 3 strikers if it needs be. Because as Sundowns, we needed more than MC Alger. And you need to go with, I can go with 3 strikers because we need the goal. Once we get a goal, maybe you can start and reshuffle there and there to maybe strengthen the midfield, try to close the midfield, not allowing those spaces in between. Maybe I can do that. But from the first whistle, and I can even go with 4, Mr. Gill. I can even go with 4.
The more you go for it, the more it leaves you vulnerable to concede. Because if MC Alger has 1 goal, then that's the end of the game. I mean, if they score the first goal, that's the end, because they will frustrate you. Even if you score late equalizer, it's still not the result that you want. So if you go all out, you have to be mindful of the fact that whatever happens, you are opening yourself up as well.
Mr. Geo, one thing I love about this game is this. Whatever decision that you're going to take, there's 2 ways.
There's consequences.
There's 2 ways. It's either going to win or either going to lose. And you just have to, just take that risk. Football is a game of taking risk, Mr. Geo, because the same applies to a one-on-one situation. It doesn't guarantee you as a player that has got the ball that you're going to pass that one.
Yeah, but you have to take the risk.
But you have to take that risk. So same applies to Mamelodi Sundowns. No, they have to sit down and say, guys, we have to do this. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to play, maybe we go with 4. We're going to have 2 central midfield, and you guys at the back will just sit.
No,
I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
If you only played 2 midfielders,
they're good, Mr. Q. You need to find a way of saying.
But I see your point that if the game is asking you this question, you have to come up with you have to solve that puzzle. Let's go then to the result and your prediction. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Sundowns, MC Alger.
Mr. Q, it's sad what I'm going to say now.
There's nothing sad about it. Realistically, what do you think is going to
happen? The heart, when you love, I always say love is blind. Love is blind. I love Sundowns. And obvious, if Sundowns wins, I'm always going to be happy. But I see Sundowns losing this game.
Like an outright loss.
Yeah. Losing the game. I see them losing the game 1-0.
Okay. MC Alger are not good travellers. They lost, I think, to Lupopo 1-0.
Yes.
Which is Sundowns need the win. But we'll see. Sundowns have not been convincing anyways on the continent. WSB.co.za if you want to put your money on these and more. Let's move on then to Chiefs against Zamalek in Egypt. Very quickly, a summary of that one. Chiefs need a draw. If they can win, it's a bonus. Do you see them losing that game potentially? How is their approach as well? Do they open up? Do they play low block now because they know that they don't have to lose that game?
I'm a coach for life. I put my head on the block. Amakhosi will come back with the point.
Love is blind. Love is blind.
Let me tell you about, you know which Chiefs, Mr. Kewo? I can even show you that even when love is blind, but there are some signs that you can say, you know what, love is blind, but this sometimes does work.
Love is blind.
Let me show you with Amakhosi. Amakhosi, they've been playing their own type of football, these coaches. I don't understand the type of football that they're playing. I don't like it. I don't love it. Like, it's getting me crazy. But comes 90 minutes, they get points.
Love is blind.
Then there comes to play against Stelis, Mr. Gale. Beautiful football. Power combination play. 2 gets 2, 1v1, 2 misses. 2 again, 1v1, they miss. Beautiful football. Yeah. I was very happy to watch them play.
But the feeling is that at least it could be 1-1.
Yeah. No, I know.
Get a point from Egypt.
We're going to go there, play this game that
I think it's a match where they can play that because, I mean, they don't need to win. It gets complicated if they lose, but if Zamalek wins 1-0, Al Masry score 1-0, then we go a number of goals scored, Chiefs is out. Yeah. So that's the complication. So it's this type of game where you can play your difficult football everywhere, every man behind the ball. The risk, of course, is that if you concede, Chiefs has not been a good goal-scoring team. They score 1 goal per game most of the time. Yes. You are lucky if you get a penalty, you might score 2. But your feeling is that it's not going to be lost tomorrow.
Mr. Nkewo, we always say in football, if it's not broken, don't fix. If it's not broken, don't fix.
1 + 1 will never. Because there's no broken or unbroken. You can't play football that doesn't make sense. Not creating opportunities just because you win 1-0.
I'm trying to show you how this team they do things.
Now we are believers.
I get to a point to accept that whether we like it or not, these coaches are going to do this, and they will come back and tell us to say, he said it. He said it live. The coach said what we came here in Bloemfontein for points. We didn't come here to play good football.
And it's not even about good football, it's about creating goal-scoring opportunities.
So once you hear that statement, you need to sit down and say to yourself, let me accept that this is who they are. Whether I scream, whether I cry, when I jump, whether I walk, but these guys are going to do this. And remember, Mr. K, what I said against Stelis. I said, you see how they played against Stelis. Beautiful football, but they lost the game. Check what's going to happen next game.
In the next game.
They're going to say, guys, let's go back to our thing, where we don't play what people they ask us to play, but at the end of getting 3 points. And what happened? They won 2-1.
Yeah, I think Zamalek, so to be serious, I take it you and Junior, whenever I ask you predictions, it's not my business to change them or whatever. Yeah. I think that Zamalek is complicated because they are in Egypt. Yeah. They're a very strong team. I too wish, just like I wish for Sundowns, I wish at least a draw so that we have another game who knockout. I want these teams to, in the knockout, it helps us as content creators. We have another game, Guma quarter final. Yeah. We will cover CAF Champions League, consequential matches. I don't know what will happen as the journey goes on, but I'm also realistic in that I think that the Egyptians are strong at home. That's also why I'm thinking MC Alger are poor travelers. They tend to lose away from home because they're not in Algeria. Yes. That maybe Sundowns might have something, although the Sundowns are poor. Yeah. Now with Chiefs now, I'm thinking that forget what Chiefs are and how they play. Yeah. Zamalek, the fact that they are home might be a difficulty. But of course, I want home is Abanjana. But there's this thing in my feeling that this is going to be complicated because you are going to Egypt.
Mr. Kewo, it's not easy to go and play in the north. I'm talking also from experience. Yeah. Those guys, they are so difficult at home. Very, very difficult. But there's one thing that I know about Chiefs. And you're also going to testify in that. When Chiefs were playing Champions League,
nothing made sense.
They played like
nothing made
sense. And I always say, you see how they play.
When you thought they were going to lose,
they will go all the way.
Yeah.
They will go.
And they went to the final.
They went to the final.
You
then they lost.
You couldn't break it down.
How?
It's because of this and
no,
that.
no.
It's because of the strength and that strength.
No,
and,
it's because of Kaizer Chiefs.
It
And
was
even now,
maybe it was a destiny to go to the final that year.
even now, I said, if you don't want Chiefs to go to the final, beat them early. Once they put their head in that trophy, they go all the way, Mr. Keo. That's the belief that that I've got, and the experience of me being following Chiefs, watching Chiefs every time when they play. Chiefs, once they get through to the first round, you must know that chances are they'll go all the way to the final. So, yes, it's going to be tough for them. It's going to be very, very tough.
But just to stick with 1-1, we need to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1. I'm a coach for life.
Yes, sir. There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. Of course, it's always our hope to entertain you. The matches will play, and it will have nothing to do with us. We'll watch them tomorrow with the team. We'll be here for the match at 3 p.m. and the match at 6 p.m. There's a match that's playing for them in the league, but at least it's not the title deciding game. So you'll forgive us for skipping you for this one weekend. We have CAF competitions to deal with in the meantime, which are important matches for both South African teams. So we'll keep our eye, all of us will keep our eye on those particular games. Good luck to Sundowns. Good luck to Kaizer Chiefs as well. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, also splitting.
Hola Bafethu, this is Junior Kanye. Please subscribe to iDiskiTV.
This is Bongane Benedict Vilakazi. They call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, I'm a coach for life. They are back in winning ways. Please, subscribe to iDiskiTV.